you're crying, how it brings on the rain. Don't be sighing, come on, be happy again. When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Won't you sing that with me now? When you're smiling, how the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, how the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, how it brings on the rain. Don't be sighing, come on, be happy again. When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. With you. Thank you very much. Good to be back with you once again. My name's MAH00336 from Smithville, Tennessee. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to head down memory lane. We're going to go back, and start with the year 1934. I want to bring a concert that I call Movies and Musicals. And this first song is by a young gal you all remember. She was just a little girl. 1934, and this was her signature song. See if you remember her name. Someday I'm going to fly. I'll be a pilot too. And when I do, how would you like to be my crew? You remember a song like that? You will, 'cause it's the good ship. Lollipop is a sweet trip to the candy shop where the bonbons play on the sunny beach at Peppermint Bay. Lemonade stand everywhere, Crack Jack bands fill the air. There you are, happy landings on a chocolate bar. Yeah, baby. Good shoots, lollipop. Who was that little girl? How many said Shirley Temple? Look around, give them a hand. Good memory. That's right, Shirley Temple. All right, let's go to 1935. That next year there was a musical that had this song. And how appropriate on a hot summer day in July. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mom's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, there is nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. much. Summertime was from the musical called...
Porgy and Bess.
Yes, give her a hand over there. Porgy and Bess. Good memory. Oh my, I tell you what. Singing a song like Summertime reminds me of Tennessee when I left. Oh my, it was so hot. I knew it was hot because I saw a bird pulling a big old worm up out of the ground. It was so hot, the bird had to use pot holders. I mean, that's how hot it was. Wow. And you know, we're in the midst of the dog days of summer. Now, dog days, I realize it's a scientific term. I always thought it referred to, you know, it's so hot that Uncle Jed's dogs are all under the back porch in the dirt. It's so hot they're just panting back there. They won't hunt a lick. But that's not what it refers to. The dog star, the dog days of summer refers to the dog star of the constellation Canis Majoris, the big dog, and it's the brightest star in the sky, called Sirius. It disappears for about 72 days. In the middle of July it comes back, and so they call it the dog days of summer. I like the Uncle Jed explanation better, don't you? Oh, by the way, you know, it's been so hot down in Tennessee, our farmers been having trouble with their chickens. Oh yeah, it's been so hot, we'd had to bed them down in ice cubes. They've started laying hard-boiled eggs on us. It's been just so hot. And our farmers, they've been complaining about the cows. I mean, the cows, it's been so hot that the cows, every time they go to milk them, they're giving evaporated milk. Summertime. All right, let's go to 1936, and this next song was from another musical. I think you know it quite well. Oh, man, river, that old man, river, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, just keeps on rolling along. Old Man River, thank you. What was the name of that musical? Anyone remember? It was? Well, I see a boat and I see a show going on, so it must be show. Yes. All right, I'm going to throw you all a curve on purpose. This next song was the signature song of a young fella that you all know. His name, Carl Schweitzer. So if you don't know Carl Schweitzer by that name, you know him by a different name. But he was the first person to sing this next song on television, and he always claimed it as his signature song. Here's the song. See if you remember who Carl Schweitzer was. I'm in the mood for love every time you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love. If there are clouds above, if it should rain, we'll let it. But for the night, forget it. I'm in the mood for love. Yeah, I'm in the mood for love. You know, whenever I hear that song, I always think of one particular person, and it's not Carl Schweitzer, it was Dean Martin. That boy was always in the mood for love, and he was always singing that song. But Carl Schweitzer was not Dean Martin. Carl Schweitzer, the first one to sing on television, I'm in the mood for love. His name was Alfalfa on the Little Rascals. That's the song he sang for Darla, yes. And he always claimed it as his signature song. I can still see the veins popping out of Alfalfa's neck as he's trying to screech those high notes, hair sticking up in the back. All right. We go to 1937, and that year was the year of Disney's very first film. And there's an organization called the AFI, the American Film Institute. Now the professionals with the AFI have put together a list. They get together, they vote on what they believe to be the top 100 songs in film. From Disney's very first film, they give it 3 songs, 55, 56, and 17. Now 55 and 56 go like this. I hope, off to work we go. And 56 is whistle while you work. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So somebody's hi-hoing and somebody's whistling in the movie, and it is none other than the Seven Dwarfs. Very good. And so the movie has to be Snow White. Yes, absolutely. Now maybe you'll remember this song. The American Film Institute was very impressed with it. They placed it at number 17 in the top 100 songs in film. I guess because of the historicity of the movie from 1937, Snow White. Someday my prince will come. Someday I'll find my love, and how thrilling that moment will be when the prince of my dream comes to me. I'll whisper I love and steal a kiss or two, though she's far away. I'll find my love someday, someday when my dreams come true. Yeah. Thank you very much. Oh my, we go to 1939. And what a year that was in film. There were like 4 very, very popular movies. Remember, that was the year Mr. Smith went to Washington. Oh, and there was another movie that we're going to highlight in just a moment. But they were all overshadowed by one movie in particular in 1939. Got all the awards. It was none other than Gone with the Wind, yes. So overshadowing was Gone with the Wind that this next movie did not hardly get recognized at all. However, over the years, people have really enjoyed it, and it's become a beloved movie. And the song from this movie is so impressive that over the years, the American Film Institute actually voted this song as #1 of all time. Well, we'll do that song in a moment, but here's another song from the same movie, and you'll know what it is. It goes like this. I would while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, exulting with the rain. And in my head, I'd be scratching while my thoughts are busy hatching, but I only had a brain. Oh, what movie is that? The Wizard of Oz, oh yes. And that's the Scarecrow singing that song. And Gone with the Wind so overshadowed The Wizard of Oz that it really didn't catch on until a few years later. But oh, how it has caught on. And you recall in the movie how that Dorothy, played by Judy Garland, she's caught up in a tornado and then it lands on the Wicked Witch of the West. And when Dorothy goes to the front door of her house to go outside, everything changes from black and white to vivid, living color. So impressed is Dorothy that she says to her little dog Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Well, she finds out she's in the land of Oz. In particular, she's in Munchkin land. She knows that because these little people keep telling her, we'd like to welcome you to Munchkin land. Yes. Well, she tells them she wants to go home. There's no place like home. She's got to get back to Kansas. She don't know how. She can't snap out of the dream. So the Munchkins tell her, if you go see the wizard, that maybe he can help you get back to Kansas. She says, how do I find the wizard? They tell her, follow the yellow brick road. And she does. And a little ways out of town over there in that cornfield, she meets that first character. Oh, and he has a special need. He doesn't need to get back to Kansas, but he sure needs a brain. And he sings about it, and it goes like this. I would while away the hour, conferred with the flower, consulting with the rain. While my head I'd be scratching, while my thoughts are busy hatching, if I only had a brain, I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. And with the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before, and then I'd sit, think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuff, my heart all full of pain. I would dance and be merry, life would be a dignitary if I only had a brain. Oh my. And so the Scarecrow joins her down the yellow brick road. And a little ways down the road off in the woods, they find that next character we know as the...
Cowardly Lion.
Well, this time it's the Tin Man.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. The Tin Man does not need a brain, he needs a heart. And he sings about it. It sounds like this. When a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, and yet I'm torn apart. All because I'm presuming I could be kind of human if I only had a heart. And so the Tin Man joins them, and the three of them head down the yellow brick road into the deep dark of the forest. And there they meet that last character known as the Cowardly Lion. Now he does not need a brain. He does not need a heart. He needs courage. That's it. What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What makes a flag on the mast to wave? Courage. What makes an elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist or the dusky dusk? What makes that muskrat guard his musk? Courage. And he sings about it, and it goes like this. Life is sad, believe me, missy, when you're born to be a sissy without the vim and verve. But I could show my prowess to be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the nerve. I'm afraid there's no denying I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. But I could change my habits, never more be scared of rabbits, if I only had the nerve. And then Dorothy, played by Judy Garland, she sings a song that has over the years become so impressive and so meaningful to folks that the American Film Institute voted this song as the #1 song of all time in movies and in film. And I agree with their choice, and I believe there's good reason. I believe that within the heart of every man, woman, boy, and girl is a longing to know and to believe that there is a life after this life, and that there is a place that God has especially prepared for those who love Him. Where is it? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land that I heard of in a lullaby. Somewhere I'll wish upon a star and wake up where my troubles are behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebird fly. Birds, they fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? Birds fly over the rainbow, why can't I? Well, there is coming a day where no heartaches will come, no more clouds in the sky, no more tears to dim the eye. All is peace forevermore on that happy golden shore. What a day, glorious day that will be. What a day that will be when my Jesus I shall see. And I look upon his face, the one who saved me by his grace. When he takes me by the hand and leads me through the promised land. What a day, glorious day that will be. What a day, glorious day that will be. Well, if God has made a way to fly beyond the rainbow wide, oh, I can't hide. Thank you. All right, we go to 1940, and that year was Disney's second film. And in the second film, Walt Disney has found the signature song for his Disney Corporation. Here's the song, and by the way, historically so important, the American Film Institute placed this at number 7 on the top 100 list, way up there at number 7. Oh my. Now, see if you remember the name of the movie and the character in the movie that sang it. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart's desire will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, the request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, your dream come true. Thank you very much. Oh my, and who was it? What was the name of that movie? Anyone recall?
Was it Tinkerbell?
Oh, it wasn't, but I'm sensing a long nose on this one. It was Pinocchio. And the one in the movie Pinocchio that sang the song, the character, by Jiminy, I think you know who it was. It was Jiminy Cricket. All right. Let's go to 1943. That year we were right smack dab in the middle of World War II. Horrendous events on the world stage, so awful, it's hard to begin to even imagine how bad they were. And in the midst of the blood, the sweat, and the tears, the sorrow, the crying, the death, and the dying, there was a musical. A musical with an opening song like a bright, shining ray of optimism. And as the curtain went up, this song went forth. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. And the corn is as high as an elephant's high. And it seems like it's climbing way up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful hill and everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful hill and everything's going my way. Yeah, thank you. What a great song. And the name of that musical was Oh, the way the wind comes sweeping on the plain, and the waving wing and your smell sweet, and the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Lord, but every night my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk, making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land we belong to is grand. So when we say, we're saying you're fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma. We go to 1944, and that year there was a very popular movie. It was called Going My Way, starring, did somebody say it? Bing Crosby. Now, in the movie, Bing Crosby is teaching young boys about the importance of going to school and staying in school. And he sings a song. The American Film Institute placed this song at number 37 on their list. It goes like this. Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeam home in a jar, or be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? Remember the mule? A mule is an animal with long funny ears. He kicks up at everything he hears. His back is brawny, his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak. And by the way, if you hate to go to school, you might what? You may grow up to be a mule. Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeam home in a jar, or be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a pig? Remember the pig? A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace. Has no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy and extremely rude. And if you don't care a feather or a fig, you might what? You may grow up to be a pig. And all the monkeys aren't in the zoo. Every day you see quite a few. So you see it's all of you. You can be better than you are. Tell me why. You could be swinging on a star. Yeah. Swinging on a star. We go to 1945. That year there was a movie called The Harvey Girls. starring Judy Garland. And in that movie, there was a song featured that became a #1 song all across the country. It was a song written by a great American songwriter from Savannah, Georgia, named Johnny Mercer. Remember Johnny Mercer? Now I go down to Savannah twice a year, doing concerts at various places. And Savannah is very historically laid out down there, and they love Johnny Mercer down there. There's a bridge down there and a little sign at the side of the road in honor of him. The sign simply says Moon River in honor of Johnny Mercer. Also, you know, in historic Savannah, they have 21 squares that are city blocks that are turned into parks. Twisted, old, gnarly oak trees, beautiful gardens, and usually a big statue right in the middle of the square. Maybe Nathaniel Green or the Wesley brothers. They even have a statue for Johnny Mercer. Wow. But it's not in the middle of the square. It's like all the others. It's out at the road. And it's not 50 foot tall. It's maybe 4.5. And it's a statue of Johnny Mercer with a newspaper open, reading it, big smile on his face, and he's sitting on a fire hydrant. And the dogs aren't showing him any respect at all for some reason. Oh my, it's kind of funny. I don't know how they exactly honor him with that, but kind of humorous. Here's the song that Johnny Mercer wrote that became a #1 song, 1945. Looking for 3 names, everybody. 3 names. Can you hear that whistle down the line? I reckon that it's engine number 49. She's the only one that sounds that way. On the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. I heard the Atchison, the Topeka, and the Santa Fe. See the old smoke rising round the bend. I reckon that you know she's gonna meet a friend around his park in the time of day. On the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. Yeah, thank you. All right, we go to 1946. That year, Disney came out with another film. This time it was called Song of the South, with a delightful, happy song that so much so that the American Film Institute placed this at number 47 on the top 100 list. This happy song was sung by Uncle Remus. Very good, very good. James Baskett is Uncle Remus. He sang it, you all know it. Sing it with a smile on your face. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. Now that's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactory. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactory. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Zippity-doo-dah. Oh, you know, that's a happy song, but anymore when I hear it, I get depressed. Well, it all happened back in May. In May, I was over in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we were happily singing Zippity-doo-dah. When at the end of the song, a man went like this. And I said, well, I'm doing a concert. He said, no, come here. So I went back to him, and he said, Your doodah is down, you need to zippity up your doodah. He couldn't have done it discreetly. He couldn't have done it privately. Oh my. All right, moving on. We go to 1948. That year there was a comedy western. It was called The Paleface, starring Bob Hope and Jane Russell. And one thing that made it kind of a comedy was that roles were reversed. Jane Russell played the part of a macho, sharp-shooting government agent. She was sent to pretend to be Bob Hope's wife, and she was going to be a spy to find out who's infiltrating rifles to the Indians. Bob Hope, on the other hand, he is delicate. He's a sissy dentist. He hates everything about the West. He hates the desert sand. He hates the cactus. He hates the bumpy Conestoga wagon ride. And they're riding across the lone prairie, him and Jane Russell, when all of a sudden, Bob Hope pulls out an accordion and he starts singing a song that only a woman would sing. And it became a popular song. You know it. It goes like this. East is east and west is west, the wrong one I have chose. Let's go where she keeps on wearing frills and flowers and buttons and bows, rings and things and buttons and bows. Don't bury me in this prairie, take me where the cement grows. Let's move down to some big town where the love a gal by the cut of her clothes. She stands out in buttons and bows. In the eastern trimming or the women are the women in the fine silk hose, the beautiful clothes, French perfume that rocks the room. You're all mine in buttons and bows, in buttons and bows, in buttons and bows. Buttons and Bows became a very popular song, and it was made popular by a young gal grew up just down the road from where I live in Tennessee. And to remember her name, you have to think in prehistoric terms. Say, what do you mean by that? She was old? No, it's just that whenever you hear the word prehistoric, what animal do you think of? What's her name? Dinah Shore. Give her a hand over there. All right, Dinah Shore with Buttons and Bows. All right, we go to 1950. And that year, there's a movie with a young, aspiring actress from El Paso, Texas. She's only 16 years old, and she sings a duet with a fella named Carlton Carpenter in this movie called 2 Weeks with Love. The song goes like this. See if you remember what her name was. Way down in the Congo land lived a happy chimpanzee. She loved a monkey with a long tail. How she loved him each night, flying her there, swinging from a coconut tree. As the monkeys sway at the break of day, she hear her chimpy say. Remember what he'd say? Come on. To the chimp. All night long they chatter away. All day long they're happy, singing and singing in the honky-tonk way. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba means monk loving you. Abba-dabba-dabba and monkey talking. Chimp will love you too. And the big baboon one night in June married them, went out on their abba-dabba honeymoon. Went out on their abba-dabba honeymoon. And the big baboon one night in June married them, and very soon they went out on their abba-dabba honeymoon. Oh my. You know, that reminds me of that story about that, a little girl came up to her mom, she was crying. And she said, Mom, you told me I was made special in the image of God. Well, I was just talking with Dad, and he said, we came from a bunch of apes. She said, yes, dear, your father's trying to explain to you his side of the family. All right, we go to 1949, and there's a musical with a love song by my mom's favorite singer, Perry Como. Oh, wasn't he smooth? Oh, he was Mr. Smooth. I tell you what, Perry Como was so smooth. You put on a Perry Como album, you better get ready to take a nap or something. Well, he had a big #1 song from a musical in 1949, and it went like this. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, somehow you'll see her again and again, some enchanted evening. And the name of that musical was, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. What was it?
South Pacific.
Yes, give her a hand, everybody. Good memory. South Pacific, sure enough. All right. We go to like 1956 or something like that. The musical was called Guys and Dolls. Oh my! Now, from that musical, there was a pretty little love song. It became a pretty big hit for a young gal from Cincinnati named Mary Ann Kappelhoff. Except she changed her name to...
Rosemary Glenn.
Oh, she's from Maysville. This one was from Cincinnati. Doris Day. Yeah. And anyways, she sang a song in a movie called 2 Weeks with Love, starring Doris Day and Jimmy Stewart. And in that movie, she sang this song twice, and it became a very popular song. In fact, it was voted as number 48 on the top 100 song list by the American Film Institute. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. And you know what she said? Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart, what lies ahead? Will there be rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. You know what was said? Que sera, sera, whatever will be. Future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They asked their mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? She answered tenderly. And you know what she told her little girl? Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Great little song. All right, now I was also thinking of the musical Guys and Dolls. You remember that one? Now, Doris Day had a big hit from a song from Guys and Dolls. Also, Perry Como had a big hit with the same song. I think you'll remember this cute little love song. It goes like this. Oh, I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, a barrel and a heap, a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. I like that song, don't you? Let's do it again, everybody. Here we go. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, a barrel and a heap, barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you. Oh, I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Little love song, and love is in the air. And you know, all of that love began in the Garden of Eden. You know, when Adam was told, Adam, I'm going to make for you the most beautiful creature you've ever seen. Not only that, she's going to wash your clothes and darn your socks and cook your meals and bear your children, and every pleasure she will grant it. Adam said, wow, what's that going to cost me? Adam was told that is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Well, he scratched his chin and he said, what do you reckon I could get for a rib? And as Paul Harvey says, now you know the rest of the story. All right, we have, I'm going to do a rapid fire songs. Next 10 minutes. It's always good to keep track of your time. You know, I heard of a preacher, he would always preach a half hour straight. I mean, just on the nose, he was done after a half hour. He always said, if you can't strike oil in 30 minutes, stop boring. And so he would always preach 30 minutes, he'd be done. Well, one morning, he preached an hour and a half. He wore those folks out. They weren't too happy when they were going out the door shaking hands with him. And they said, preacher, what happened? He said, I don't know. When I was leaving this morning, I reached into the glass to get my dentures. I grabbed my wife's teeth by mistake. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. You know, you heard the story about that a professional meeting. They were having a banquet, a big round table. And several round tables, but at their round table, a number of professional people for a meal and then a lecture to follow. A man comes in late and he says, oh, please excuse me for being late. I feel so bad. I ran off. I forgot my dentures. And the man right next to him said, no problem. He reached into his pocket, pulled out some choppers. He said, try these. I said, really? He said, yeah, go ahead. He put them in his mouth and he said, well, that's pretty interesting. You have some dentures, but they kind of hurt. He said, well, no problem. He put them back in his pocket. He reached into his other pocket. He pulled out some more. He said, well, try these. And the man put them in his mouth, and, you know, they feel pretty comfortable. He went on, he ate his whole meal, and he carried on conversations and everything, and he concluded by saying, I've had a delightful evening with everybody. You know, what are the chances of right next to me, there's a dentist there? And the man said, I'm no dentist, I'm the local undertaker. The man was heard to have lost his meal after that. All right, I'm going to do a number of rapid fire songs. See if you remember the name of the movie that they came from. We go to 1951. Away up there they've got a name. Rain and wind and fire. Rain is Tess, fire's Joe, and they call the wind Mariah. Mariah. What was the name of that movie? It was called Paint Your Wagon. All right, we say with 1951. What is this musical? Whenever I feel afraid, seem a nervous wreck, I whistle a happy tune, and no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. Anybody? That starred Deborah Kerr and that Russian fella. Remember that Russian fella from Vladivostok? He had a bald head. They called him Yul Brenner, yes. So it had to be The King and I. All right. This next song won an Oscar for Best Original Song in a 1952 Western. See if you remember the name of the Western. Not forsake me, oh my darling, on this our wedding day. Do not forsake me, oh my darling, wait long. I do not know what fate awaits me. I only know I must be brave. I must face a man who hates me, or lie a coward, a craven coward, or lie a coward in my grave. And the name of that movie was, oh, Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly. It was called High Noon. Yeah. All right, by the way, that song was voted as number 24 on the top 100 list. Okay, what is this one? We go to the year 1952. There were three characters that did this song. I'll give you two of them. Donald O'Connor and Gene Kelly, and Good Morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. We began the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the future wasn't bright. Come the dawn, the show goes on. It's too late to say goodnight. So say good morning. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon shine through. Good morning. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the future wasn't bright. Now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight. So say good morning. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon shine through. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh, what is that one? Do you remember? Donald O'Connor, Gene Kelly, and
Debbie Reynolds.
yes, give her a hand back there, Debbie Reynolds. And the movie was I'm singing in the
Lady.
My Fair Lady, give them a hand right there. All right, here's one no one's gonna get, but we'll try it anyways. The hills are alive with the sound of... Oh, you got it, didn't you? Oh, what a great one. The sound of music. All right, looks like I'm about out of time. Well, I have one last little song I'd like for us to sing together. And just before we do, I want to take a moment and say thank you for having me with you. Appreciate your smiles, the warm welcome, your gracious heart, and songs in your voices, knowledge of the songs. This last song, if you'd sing it with me, truly heartfelt, and I certainly say, may the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. God bless you, everybody. Thank you for having me with you. Thank you so much.